I'm shocked, but I'm going to keep it real with you all. I'm not totally surprised. And I'm going to explain why. But first, I'm going to talk about the breaking news. Let's get into it. Good afternoon, everyone. It's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this beautiful Monday afternoon on my main channel, okay? So this is my main channel. I just did an upload about Gerard Carmichael hosting SNL along with a couple of uploads on my May TPP 2.0 channel. That's my entertainment review channel, okay? I'm going to be uploading a lot this week on different reviews of shows. I will be talking about different reality shows, scripted series, and even movies. So, and also music. So let's get into it with this whole Kerrion Franklin, aka Kirk Franklin's oldest son and oldest child. So according to Rolling Out magazine, Kirk Franklin's son, Kerrion, is jailed without bond. Now, I want to give a shout out to Toxic Diamond from YouTube, because she was the one that I first saw this story on. And she reported this, and she did a great job reporting it. I'm not going to take word for word from her, because I don't like to do things like that. But she did an excellent job. So if you want to hear her content, you can also check her page out too. And you can also check out Larry Reed. But I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm going to give my own synopsis and break it down. So it reads, the son of gospel icon Kirk Franklin, Kerrion was reportedly arrested by Beverly Hills cops and is being held without bond on a misdemeanor charge by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. The BHPD's report reveals that Kerrion Franklin was stopped in the ritzy LA suburb at approximately 7:30 a.m. on Sunday, April the 10th, 2022, and booked into the jail at about 10:30 a.m. Court records confirm that he was denied bond and was given a permanent residence inside the LA County lockup. Radar Online reported. What specifically Franklin was arrested for has not been confirmed by the local media outlets at press time. He reportedly won't see a judge until April the 12th. So that's tomorrow. Okay. Ironically, Kerrion Franklin currently stars on the Zeus Network show Bad Boys Los Angeles. Father Kirk Franklin, a legend inside and out of the gospel space, and son Kerrion have been estranged for years after being extremely close during the son's formative years. The situation remains fluid as new information is released to the media. Stay tuned for details. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess of a situation. It's a mess of a situation. So I'm going to also read some of what Radar Online spoke, because they go a little bit more in depth. So it reads, alleged details of what happened have been making the rounds on social media. Larry Reed Live says they spoke to Kerrion from jail, who said he was wrongfully arrested and stopped because of a taillight. Kerrion claims he can't get out of jail until Tuesday, which is when his next hearing is. He told the head of the outlet that the police allegedly found a gun in the car. The Zeus Net television star allegedly told the host that he was also charged with resisting arrest, which he denied. Kerrion reportedly has to be extradited back to Texas to do a separate case. Kerrion is currently starring on the Zeus Network Bad Boys Los Angeles. Kerrion and his famous dad used to be extremely close years back with the gospel singer, bringing him to red carpets and big events. I remember that. On the show, Kerrion opened up about the struggles he faced dealing with this family after coming out as a gay man. He did not come out as gay. He came out as bisexual. In 2021, Kerrion released an audio recording of him arguing about with his famous father. The gospel singer was reportedly heard calling his son a bitch ass and threatened to put my foot up yo a. Kirk later apologized for the incident, explaining he lost it in the moment. He told his followers, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely respected in that conversation, and I lost my temper, and I said words that are not appropriate. The singer ended, I am sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got the therapist on the phone to try to help. I never played that part of the recording. Kirk has yet to comment on the matter, but the two have had a strange relationship for years. The Neighborhood Talk was one of the first to pick up Larry Reed's report. Now, according to the Larry Reed report, there are some things that they left out. Okay, so what is really going on is that he was stopped for his hill. He said he was stopped for his tail light. But all of this has to do with him being in possession of a vehicle that was owned by a woman who was murdered. So the woman was murdered, and in the possession of the car, they found a weapon. Okay? Now the car, and the car is owned by a woman who's from Texas. So they basically found her body. But the whole thing is sketchy because the police want to know, how did you get in possession of the car? According to what Kerrion has told Larry Reed, he got the car from a friend. So now he's going to have to give it the friend's name, since he basically wants to be free. You know, he's still under contract under Zeus. So far from what I've seen on his lives, he doesn't have a beef with Zeus Network. So him and Lemmy are cool. However, the fact that this situation is without bond in Texas, if it's a murder, anything that's linked with murder or even manslaughter, you can't get bond. So what that means is that he's going to be extradited and he's going to be taken to Houston. He's going to be taken to Texas, where his family is from. Here is my issue. Did you basically purchase a car, or was you given a car to use? Did your original car break down? Did you buy this car? How did you come in possession of a car that was linked to a dead woman, a woman who was murdered, and there was a weapon involved in the vehicle? That alone could get you like 30, 40 years. He has to talk in order to free himself. But here's the thing. What if he did it? What if Kerrion did this? What if Kerrion harmed a woman into her life, did something with the body, and took the car, instead of like abandoning the car, but took the car and drove it to Los Angeles, Beverly Hills? You know, you have to understand, if you've been watching the Zeus channel, Bad Boys Los Angeles, and if you've been following this story with Kerrion for a long time, which is like the beginning of last year, you will know that Kerrion was about to break. He was about to break. Now, I'm not saying that he did this. I'm not saying for sure that he did this. But when he had that fight with Moolah Mo, he told Moolah Mo, you don't want to fight me. I eat this for breakfast. I ate that shit, and he was bloodied. And I'm mad that Zeus didn't check to see to clean the blood off of him, because he was bloody. His mouth was very bloody. But he was like, if I was to like really fight you, like I would basically annihilate you. That's why I basically stay away from conflict. Because when I black out, I black out. And he's a Taurus. His birthday is May 7th, 1980. He's a Taurus. I know many people born on that birthday. When they get mad, them Tauruses, they black out. When them bulls charge, there's no turning back. So I totally understood. Because I have a friend who will black out and will... There's no stopping. It is what it is. So I respected him for not even really wanting to fight and go there like that. Because if you go there, sometimes there's no stopping. But I also feel that it could possibly be a setup. Kerrion is not playing the game. And he's not playing the game according to the rules of the gospel industry. First of all, you're not a church boy. Second of all, you're not hiding your sexuality. Thirdly, you curse. You're on reality TV. And you're not trying to live a lie. You're not a fraud. And he's frustrated because his own mother is siding with him because she wants that Kirk Franklin money. See, that's the thing. She wants that Kirk Franklin money to keep her quiet because she got a nice house. She got a very nice house. And I'm not saying anything about her finances except for she don't have the aesthetic like she making a lot of money. That's all I'm going to say. Kirk Franklin basically has power. He's connected to a lot of power. He's a gospel superstar. And Kerrion leaked the audio. And remember, I said in the last upload about Kerrion coming out as bisexual, that was off code. And I believe that he's being punished. It's a possibility that it was a setup. That it could be a setup. That's just my opinion on that. But there's a possibility that he could have did it. Or there's a possibility that maybe the friend did it. But either way, this is not a good look. But there's one person who will be capitalizing off of this. And that's Lemuel Plummer. Because see, isn't it weird how this is going on while we're only in the beginning seasons of the show? Bad Boys Los Angeles. Now let me tell you something. If Bad Boys Los Angeles was on cable network, they would have had to shut the show down. That's the reason why contest shows on VH1 ended. Because of the Jasmine Fiore murder. The guy who murdered her and then he had placed number 3 on the show. So he was in the finale episode of Megan Wants to Be a Millionaire. And because of, they were like in the first couple of episodes, they had to cancel it because he didn't win. He wasn't the winner. To my knowledge, he wasn't the winner, but they couldn't air it because it was too much controversy. So they had no more contestants. So that's when Basketball Wives premiered the following summer, and then Love and Hip Hop premiered that spring. So it's been reality docudramas, docu-soaps, no more contestant shows because you don't know the kind of people you're dealing with. And Zeus, you got a bigger scandal overshadowing you because see, now this is linked to a murder. This situation, possibly Kerrion might have done it. Maybe he didn't. I'm not going to say I hope and pray he didn't do it. I just hope that the man needs help. The man needs help. And when his family was telling him, you got to go to a psychiatric ward, he wouldn't go. Now, I agree with him not saying that, but outpatient treatment would have helped. And if he did this, his whole life is thrown away. So that's my take on this. This is your girl, Miss Ann Little Cole. I'm signing off. I pray for the victim, the lady, whoever she is. She's the only person I feel right now who is innocent. She's a victim. Hopefully Kerrion is innocent of the crime. Hopefully he didn't do it. But in the day, I would ask this question. If Kerrion Franklin wasn't Kirk Franklin's son, would you care about his innocence? And that's how we got to look at it too. You know, we're praying that he didn't do it, but we're not really praying for the victim's soul. And that's really wrong. So that's my take on this topic. Let me know your thoughts. Comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.